We hear people talk about people who experience poverty, people who experience homelessness, people who experience addiction as, they've done something wrong. Because of a bad decision, this is now how it is. And that's not really true.
Well, my mom died, so when she died, everybody kind of expected me to take on her role, and that got way overwhelming. So I just realized that in order for me to stay sober, I had to do something for myself. One day I didn't even know it was coming. I just figured I gotta go. This is gonna kill me if I stay any longer. So yeah, I just went to the river and I found me a spot. So in a matter of 2 days, my life changed. Didn't realize I was going to be living in a village, in a tiny home. I was signed up for construction, I got my own hard hat, and after that, day by day, I'd go back up to the village, build my tiny home. I got my own tiny home, and not long after that, I started going to a supportive women's group, and my self-esteem started rising, and I had a sense of family, and boom, I got my own apartment. It was bittersweet. It was like, wow, I got my own apartment. The other part was just a sense of community because I had already started bonding with, my neighbors at the village. So it was like a reason to live. It was like a flourishing time in my life. I just felt like good about myself. I just felt a sense of belonging, and it was sincere. It wasn't just these people that I'm going to be passing through in life. I feel like this is like a permanent fixture in my life. They're not leaving, they're not leaving. And I'm not leaving, which is more important.
We've been on this location for over 100 years. We've been involved with a lot of things, including providing meals and shelter to the children in the neighborhood. We have housed women through the Women's Homeless Initiative in the basement. We do not confine ourselves to the insides of this church. So we will be building 8 tiny houses and making them available to women and members of the trans LGBTQ community, as those are 2 demographics that are particularly vulnerable on the streets and for which the sheltering and services are particularly sparse. It'll be located right outside the north door of our church, like within 10 feet.
It's so important to me because I was a part of the beginning of it, and I want it to flourish. I want it to flourish, and I don't want it to just be covered up, just put a lid on it and call it a day. I want it to flourish still. There's still a lot to be done, and a lot more can be done,
It's about building a community and saying we do this in part because it is the best thing for our greater community. When you support this project, you are supporting a community where people can thrive.